Hey everyone, my name is Chinmay and welcome to my 2023 Coding My Own Startup Tech Series. So basically, let me introduce myself first in this video and then we'll be talking about why I'm making this video and like why I'm going to make more videos in this series and what is this series all about. So yeah, let's get started. Well, hey everyone, my name is Chinmay, and I'm working full time as a software engineer as a bilingual software engineer in a Japanese company, and my company is located in Tokyo and in Okinawa, Japan. Right now, I'm in India, so of course, I'm doing work from home. But yeah, anytime soon, I might shift to Japan, but don't know yet about that. But yeah, I will be. As of now, being in India, and like since last 1.5 year or 1 year, I was thinking to start my own startup. Tech startup. In 2023, from January, finally, I'm going to do that. I'm going to start my own tech startup, and as of now, I'm the only employee in this company. I mean, in my own company. It's not registered yet, but it is going to be soon. The process is going on. I'll be the one who will be doing every single line of code and designing part, front end part, back end part. So basically, I'm the only single employee at this point of time, and I'm going to do many things here. This is going to be first video as like devlog part one of coding my own startup tech series. Let's get started. So basically, as we already entered in 2023, wishing you a very happy new year, and I hope that all of us will achieve our dream in 2023. So wish a good luck to us basically together. So now let's talk about a topic of the video, and that is coding my own tech startup series this year. So since a long time ago, I was thinking to start a tech startup basically as a side project while working on a full time, because I'm working full time, so I don't have that much time that I can work a whole day uh, alone basically. So I have to work on weekends mainly, but yeah, I'll keep working on weekends and sometimes on weekdays. I mean, all late night working. So I think that I'll be able to achieve this tech startup as soon as possible. So I made few points for this video, so like in order not to get distracted from the track. First of all, like what kind of tech startup it is. So, well, of course, I cannot share the theme or the topic or the title or the whole idea because of copyright and security and safety issues. But yeah, I will be disclosing soon what is it all about anytime in future. But as soon as I'll be ready with the prototype. So once I'll be ready with the prototype, I will letting you know what is the project is all about. And meanwhile, basically, I'll keep uploading and updating you with the videos, whatever I'll be doing in this tech startup, on this app, on front end side, on back end side, like what I'm doing, what I'm using, and I'll also keep talking about different modules, different problems, basically throughout the series. But yeah, as of now, I can't share the idea. But yeah, this is going to be a tech startup. Well, this series is very much useful for the Indian IT engineers or the Indian people who wants to start their tech startup, who wants to code their tech startup by themselves. So it is going to be very useful series, I think, because in this series I will talk about everything you need to know in order to start your tech company online, like how to design UI for your app, and how to design your database schema, mainly SQL, because I'm going to use SQL database in this app. So yeah, and how to choose perfect tech stack, like for the front end and the back end, like what kind of libraries, what kind of framework you should use for your front end side, and what kind of backend framework you should use for your backend side. So I am going to talk about both of them in detail. Of course, not about my project, but yeah, based upon. I mean, I'll be talking in general, and then based upon my guidance or my opinion or my idea or my suggestion, it will be a great help for you to choose perfect tech stack or designing UI and database schema for your own idea and app. So this is going to be very useful for you. And if you're totally beginner and never worked on a startup or never like, I mean, maybe you were thinking to start a tech startup, but you don't know how to start that. You know the skills, you have skills, you know tools, but you can't start. You can't start it because of like lack of knowledge. So with this series, I think you will be able to start your own tech startup basically. So I mean that's my that is also one of my motive to record myself throughout the process. And I'll also be talking about how to solve problems on paper first before even code them. That's how I work. And how can you use Firebase and Socket.io for like the real-time features, which are very cool features in modern apps. So like Firebase and Socket.io two are the solution which we can use. I mean, in my opinion, two are the solution which we can use to make our app real time. So I'll be talking about that also. In my app, I'm trying to use both for backend, like Firebase and the Nest.js framework for backend. So I'll be telling you that also. And the main part is that many of the technologies I'll be learning and implementing on the fly. So I mean, as of now, maybe I don't know each and everything, but throughout the process of this tech startup series and my app, I'll be keep learning and implementing things by my own. So I'll be sharing the experience with you, so it will help you a lot. So, well, I think that I'll be able to give you very useful information if you are a complete beginner in order to start your own tech company or an app. In terms of not coding tutorials, but in terms of a guidance, which will help you a lot to choose perfect technologies for your project, basically. And especially, I think that I'm pretty good at designing things and designing UI features, especially customer oriented features. So that will also, I mean, that kind of my knowledge will also help you if you keep watching this series, of course. So let's talk about the tech stack basically I'm going to use for this app. So like for the front end and back end. So for the front end, I'm planning to use React JS, of course, React JS or Next.js. As of now, I'm completely lost and I'm completely confused. Like with which I should go, like whether it should be React JS or it should be Next JS 13, which is recently launched. So, but yeah, most probably I think that I'll be stuck with React.js 18, not Next.js. I think right now, like I'm like 80% of React.js 18 and 20% of Next.js. So let's see. But yeah, I'm pretty much confident that I'm going to use any of these two only. So either it is going to be React.js 18 or Next.js 13, but most probably it's going to be React.js 18. Yeah. For the css, like for the designing my app, giving them css designing, I will be using Chakra UI. So Chakra UI, like I'm using it since quite a long time, and on my like production app with my company, I'm also using Chakra UI. So I think that will be a great option for css or designing part, so I'm going to use that. I mean, there are like Tailwind CSS and Tail UI, but I'm like personal opinion that I don't like those two frameworks much. So I'm going to use Chakra UI and of course some custom CSS. How can I forget that? So I'm going to use some custom CSS and Chakra UI. As for the tools, I'm going to use Figma to design my app UI. I mean, I'm not an expert in terms of Figma, but I'll try to use it my best way. And I don't think that I use or I need Figma that much, but I just needed to draw a rough design of my app UI. So yeah, I'll be using Figma basically. So for front end side, I'll be using React.js 18 most probably, and Chakra UI and Figma. And for the state management on front end side, I'll be using Context API and Recoil. Of course, I'm not going to use Redux. I mean, there are some obvious reason that I don't think that this app is going to be that much big, and this app requires Redux. So I'm going to use Recoil and Context API. So I think that is all from the front end side, because as of now, I'm not sure like how many front end libraries I'm going to use, which is like based upon the requirement and need. So, but yeah, I'm going to update you and will keep updating you through this tech startup series, like what I'm doing, the whatever new front end library I'm going to use, I'll keep that in the video. So yeah, that's all for the front end. So let's talk about the backend side. For the backend, basically, I'm going to use, of course, Next.js. I'm very much confident about it, and it's been a long time since I was learning it, and now I think I am at a pretty good stage to use Next.js as my backend framework. So for the backend, like I'm not going to write my backend like from complete scratch with using Node.js, Express.js, or Fastify. like many backend libraries of JavaScript, but I would like to start with Next.js. Nest.js. I'm going to use REST API, not GraphQL API. And I'm talking of architecture. I'm going to use microservice architecture, not monolith architecture, for some obvious reason. Because I think microservice architecture is good when you want to scale your application, or when you can see, or when you can imagine the scalability of your application in terms of like futuristic thinking. So I think microservice architecture would be a good choice. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to write my own authorization and authentication services, for which I'll be using Passport in Nest.js. So yeah, I might use Firebase authentication also, but that will be for front end side, not back end. So for, and then I'm going to sync both of them together to provide even more security, because at some point of time I'm going to use payment services in my app, so it has to be secure. So I might use two kind of authentication. One is on front end, second is on back end, Firebase and Nest.js Passport basically. So yeah, that's I'm going to use at my backend. And again, on the fly, whatever I'm going to use as a third-party JavaScript libraries, I'll keep you updated. Yeah. So yeah, as of now, I think I can say this much only, because I'm just going to start the app now from complete scratch, zero, day one. So let's see what it is going to be like. As of now, I don't know. So whatever I'm going to use, I'll be letting you know. So if you want to learn like how you can start your own coding startup or your company online, so basically you can be in touch with me with this series, in which I'm going to explain things really well. Again, not in terms of coding tutorials, but in terms of guidance, which will help you a lot to start your own company online while making an app, like a website or mobile application, whatever it is. So it will help you a lot. So keep watching it, and thank you so much today for watching my video. And I'm planning to finish the prototype of this application by the October of this year, which is 2023. So let's see. So yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching it, and see you in the next devlog.